Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining Connecting Credit Union Problems to Proven Solutions. We're super excited to have you here as we go over just a practical roadmap for small credit unions and how leverage can help them grow, streamline, and protect your credit union. I'm Kelsey Sullivan. I'm the Director of Marketing, Sales, and Strategic Programs here for Leverage. And we have a special guest today, Donette Logan, who's a Senior Business Development Consultant. Donette, we're happy to have you here with us today.
Thanks for having me. I see several familiar names that I know, so I'm excited to kind of just chat about what Leverage is doing and see how we can help them grow.
And so as we look forward to 2026, just to kind of kick us off, credit unions are facing more pressure than ever, whether that's regulatory, staffing, growth, and insane technology demands. A lot of times with fewer internal resources. Today is about connecting those real challenges to proven credit union solutions and having a conversation that really sheds some light on how leverage can connect you. Um, Before we dive into the specific challenges and solutions, I do want to take a moment to kind of ground everyone in who leverage is and how we show up for credit unions. So we're the for-profit affiliate of the League of Credit Unions and Affiliates. And what that means in practice is that we connect credit unions to vetted solutions, right? Not just vendors. With that being said, every solution you'll hear Donette and myself talk about today is specifically selected because it supports credit unions and whether that's operationally, financially, strategically, our mission is simple. It's to create an environment that allows growth for credit unions and enables them to succeed, right? So we provide practical guidance through webinars like this, newsletters, and ongoing education. And that's an important facet of our company. So with that being said, we don't want you to have to navigate these solutions alone. And we want to do our best to educate and get that out there, right? So reduce expense, create new income opportunities, things of that nature. So moving forward, that looks like a practical framework of identifying a problem, choosing a path, and implementing a solution. Simple. A lot of the problems that we see most often, I've outlined here, and I mentioned it previously, driving growth in revenue, efficiencies in operations, mitigating risk. These are not new to you guys. These are challenges you face every day. Member engagement, payments, regulatory, and people and performance. Those are some of the things we'll be going over today. With that being said, Donette, I'm gonna let you take over for this first slide and excited to have this conversation with you all.
Sure. So as Kelsey mentioned, I like to think of Leverage as an extension of your credit union. We are a back office support. Our jobs as business development consultants is to come in and get to know you guys, your strategic plans, your growing goals, your pain points. And by doing that, we figure out, hey, we have a solution. We have a partner that can help. And that's what we want to do is kind of go through the partners that we have that can help, that we've done these are the ones that Leverages owns. So we also have several others that we do all the vetting for to make sure they understand credit unions, who you guys are, what you guys do, and the main goal, and they can support you in that area. One of the biggest things I'm hearing right now is credit unions want organic growth, and they're looking for ways to get that. And I see one person, Greg, if you have a question, hold on. See, that's the thing. I want you guys to ask questions too. Many of you guys know me. I am not a slide person, but Kelsey made a visual for us, so we're gonna go through it. Kelsey, I don't know how to answer the questions if they raise their hand on Teams. And I see Greg Keller raised his hand.
Hold, please. Greg, can
Greg,
you?
did you have a question? You're muted though. He's like, no, I was saying hi.
Yeah, okay, no worries. No
All right.
worries.
But if you guys do have questions, please interrupt us, stop, ask them, because this is about you guys and we want it to be conversational. I always
Yeah,
tell my credit unions, you are only as good as what you market. Many people sometimes still don't understand that credit unions do it all. The loans for mortgages, auto, banks. I mean, checking, savings, CDs, they don't know that because it's not marketed, or they feel they can't join them because for so long it was just a seg group based field. So that was kind of what we went through and saw, and so now I tell credit unions, hey, what do you do for marketing? What do you do? And when I'm like, well, we kind of put some pencils or pens out or cups. Growth by Design works straight with credit unions. They do websites, they do marketing plans. They'll kind of go through and set up what you need for the year, or they'll assist you. I've got several credit unions that have hired them to be their marketing arm, so they outsource it that way, and they kind of just figure out the plan and they handle everything for them. And so it's cheaper than hiring somebody on staff, as we know, because by the time you hire somebody, benefits training, it takes a while to kind of get all that back. And you hope that person stays on and you hope they understand credit unions. Got next one, Kelsey. Okay. Also, we also have our MAA, which is our Member ATM Alliance group. What that is we understand that ATMs are a necessity, but they are a little bit more work than we kind of bargain for sometimes. And also, it's a safety thing too. The last thing you want is your manager going out to the curb and ATM to get the cash out or to put stuff in and do things. You want your team safe. And you also make sure the ATM is full of money all the time, like it's supposed to be, and it's in compliance. And that's what MAA does. They handle all of that for you so that you don't have to. They figure out how much cash is needed in it. They make sure it has it. If you do deposits, they balance them out for you. They make sure it's in compliance and it's up to date. So that way you don't have an ATM go down and you have no idea until your members try to use it and then call and complain. And you keep your staff safe, and it takes that job off your staff as well because they already wear so many hats. We don't want to add another one to it. And the same with Member Core Alliance. We now have our core that we now offer credit unions. You guys know what cores are. I know they're headaches for you guys and do the transition for them. But I have several that are now looking, hey, it's time. We're growing. It's time for us to find a new core. And we want to be part of that conversation. And then True Treasury as well. Many credit unions feel they can't do treasury services because of their size, which is not true. Some of the most successful ones we have are under 100 million. And that is just giving you a chance to compete with the banks and offer treasury services to business and commercial lending. Kelsey, you got the next one? Oh, Taylor Murray is going to get, now that he is going to throw me off when you raise your hands, you're all going to start raising your hands. Please don't. All right, so increase efficiencies in operations. This is a big thing, is how do we want things to just move more smoothly. We want our credit union to kind of go through and just operate like it's on autopilot almost. And so that's where we come in to help with that as well. Leverage Office Solutions Essentials is basically it's Office Depot basically is that was the old name for it. You have to have supplies. You got to have paper, pens, pencils, even cleaner products, K-cups for coffee makers. That adds up on cost, really expensive. So Leverage worked out a deal to where our creators can get 80% off, 75, 80 on certain items. We can set up auto delivery. One of my credit unions, they noticed that they had a branch that was getting like four, some kind of machine they use. They didn't need four of them. So we were able to kind of streamline that process. And now we have the branches have a budget they can spend and a shopping list of items they can do. And they have one point person that approves items over a certain dollar amount. So it's helped them save costs, not only the savings, but also to kind of help streamline that process and have it monitored better. We also have Aux. Many of you guys know there seems to be a shortage on accountants. I don't know what has happened, but I have so many people go, we need a CFO. We need this. We can't find them. I don't know if kids just aren't going to college for them anymore or where it stopped. So, but you can outsource it. And that's where Aux comes in to kind of help do that. They will work alongside you. They become your CFO, your accountant, whatever you need them to do. And it is more cost effective than hiring somebody on staff sometimes. And then Leverage Benefits Group, you want to be competitive with other people in the market for your employees and your team. You want them to have the best benefits they can have. And that's what we want to do with Leverage Benefit Group.
Yeah,
Kelsey?
and to add in on the Leverage Office Essentials, so they're going to support a wide range of offerings, and they know specifically what products credit unions are consistently buying over and over again. So, and we're able to offer those discounts to our credit unions specifically. And with that being said, some of the things that kind of set Office Essentials apart is having a like excuse me, having a designated acquisition manager. So your own, somebody who you can call for anything. You can say, hey, we're going to make a huge purchase of let's say like one-time purchases of calendars for the office, right? And they want to earn your business. That's something you can't get from, let's say, Amazon or somebody else. You know, you're not talking to a chat bot. You're able to have that individual representation, and we're constantly competing to keep your business there with the Leverage Office Essentials. So it's
Kelsey, I'll ask you this because I get asked this question from my credit union since you're more familiar with this program and something you'll be overseeing. Why use this and not Amazon to get products that you need? Is the delivery faster? Is it more cost effective, streamlined? Like why? Why?
Yeah, so this again, it is designed specifically for credit unions. Amazon doesn't really care who they're selling to, right? And so they don't have these markdowns on paper and ink and things of that nature. Also, because of that personalized sales consultant that you're going to have access to, I don't know if they even still do this in in-person stores, but like price matching you can't go to Amazon and tell them that you want a price match, right? You're not able to say, hey, we're going to take our business elsewhere. It doesn't really affect their bottom line. With Leverage Office Essentials, we specifically cater to credit unions and we want to keep that relationship and also make it easier. So we offer everything that they offer and more. So
And I think I forgot to mention that it's free. Like
yes,
it doesn't cost you guys anything to sign up for it. So
yes.
you can sign up, get your number that you need to purchase things and test it out and then start using it that way. But it's free. It's something we just give you guys. We think you need it. So we should do that.
Absolutely. And you're able to see those savings. There's dashboard reporting that you're not going to get with our competitors, where you're able to see those reportings, we know that staffing is constantly changing and you're able to give permissions and even see branch by branch. What are we ordering too much? What are we spending? Where are our costs rising? What does that look like? So lots of benefits there.
Payments. We know there's so much that can be said on payments. And I know that one of the biggest things credit unions want is they want their card top of wallet. I had to go buy floors at Sam's the other day and I could do my phone application, got approved right then and buy it. No headache. And it's like 6 months, no interest. I was like, why would I not do this?
Yeah.
Um, and that's what we're competing with a lot of times. It's no longer just like the bank. We're competing with what's on our phone and the Apple Wallet and other, fast purchase solutions because we are in an Amazon world and people want answers right away.
Right.
So leverage payment solutions, that's where they kind of come in. They are going to become back office support for you, and they're going to work alongside you to grow your program how you want it to grow. They'll make suggestions along the way. Like if you don't have credit cards, hey, we think based on your membership, this may be good, or rewards, it may be a good thing to do. But they're going to make sure that you are doing everything you can for you to make money off of it, because we want you to, because when you make money, we make money off of it, just to be honest. So we want that to happen. But also just that your members are happy and satisfied with their cards and that they think about pulling out their card for the credit union before they use somebody else's. They also handle one of the biggest headaches I hear from all you guys is FIS and Fiserv problems. I know that you guys have issues when it comes to the ticket service or having to call and not having a point person and being on hold and just it winds up being the one reason most of my clients leave them is because of the customer service, not their cards. So leverage payments becomes that point person for you. We have an amazing team that we got with the Georgia merger, Julie Gaines and her team that just does a phenomenal job on handling any kind of issue that comes up for credit unions. So instead of going through Fiserv, doing a ticket, waiting for somebody to call you back, and then somebody else calls you back the next day, if they call you back the next day, you'll deal with Julie's team and you'll let them know the issue. They go and they handle it. They fix it. And then they get back to you. And one thing I'd like about too is let's say that they're noticing some fraud issues at like a Shell station and with their card users. They can call other credit unions and say, hey, FYI, this is happening. Here's what we're doing to fix it. So they're monitoring that as well. But they do a phenomenal job, great job. They take that pain point off of your plate. They're one to look at. Compound Title is also what our title company, mortgage company. They can work statewide in Alabama and Florida, and they do it all for you. I mean, when it comes to the flood search, searching the land, closing documents, everything that you need for foreclosures, purchasing a home, and HELOCs. And the fact they can go statewide is one of the key things that works for them because you don't have to depend on just one person in that local area. If you've got someone buying a house down at Orange Beach and they want to close down there, they can do all that for you as well. And everything looks the same. And it's going to be more uniform as how you guys do it. So they take that off your plate as well. And then we mentioned True Treasury a while ago, so you guys know what that one's doing.
Yeah, and going back to leverage payment solutions, that ability to have somebody that you can call and not sit on hold with. How many times have we heard clients talk about waiting on hold with FIS? Like, do we have time for that on the daily? And just how impactful it is to have a personalized individual who's able to answer all your questions immediately and even reach out to you proactively, right? And let you know what's going on and keep you in the loop as far as fraud and risk and things like that concerned. So absolutely phenomenal there.
People in performance. I love how Kelsey put these little buckets for me because I would just go on different products at this point and just start talking about them. But like I said, you would want to keep your team happy and on staff because they're loyal. You want to be loyal. You want that person to be the person that, you know, Tom's come in and seen, and then how his child's coming in and seeing, and their child's coming in and seeing, because that's what cranes are, is a family. And to do that though, you got to keep the staff happy because you're competing with fast food places that offer like $15 an hour. So it's hard, but this is where we come in to help. So we have several things to do that. We mentioned leverage benefit groups, and then we have HR solutions. I will tell all of you right now, you should not be handling HR yourself. And I know several of you do. And it is something that you do not need to handle. It will set you up for problems like down the road. So please, 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 please consider outsourcing that. But HR Solutions can do all that for you. They can handle any kind of HR issue. They can handle do your payroll for you. They do your leverage benefits group for you. They do it all. So it takes that off your plate as well. So that's to look at. And then Ox, we mentioned them as well. I don't know what you have next, Kelsey.
It's coming. Oh, well, so that actually wraps us up with our buckets. So done it. Moving, we're gonna go.
Does anybody have any questions on things that they're seeing or issues or trends that they're dealing with that they're looking for solutions for? If I try to scan through these questions.
Did we? Yeah, we passed through these. Okay.
I also want to mention too our audit group that we have as she's kind of going through. You all need audits. And I encourage my credit unions, even if you have a partner right now that you've used and you use forever, get new eyes on your audits. Every like so often, you need fresh eyes on them. And our audit group, they do it. They can do it all remote. They'll come on site if you want them to. But we learned during COVID that the remote part is a benefit to it. They'll give you a little link to a system. They'll tell you what they need. You upload all the documents for it. They do it. But they do every audit you can imagine, and plus some. And if they don't have it or don't know how to do it, they'll find it. They'll find your solution for it. But they handle supervisory, member verification, BSA. They have a CECL one. You name it, they'll do it for you. It's because they're going through. Y'all have no questions?
I don't see any in the chat.
Oh, and I can't see faces on here. So Todd Jones.
Yeah, we're in webinar mode, not meeting mode, so unfortunately it doesn't offer
So Todd from Lanier Credit Union asked about how you get going on the Office Essential stuff. And you'll contact your business development consultant. I'll reach out to you guys afterwards, Todd, since y'all are one of my folks. And we'll kind of get you set up and enrolled, and then you'll have a website you go to and a link with a member number, and we'll go through what all you can get because you can get the cleaning supplies, office supplies, break room supplies, office furniture, if you're remodeling, redoing, or updating things, all that is all available as well. So, and it is free. Again, it's free to sign up. So it doesn't, I don't know why everybody on here is not signed up for it. You should be. At least sign up, take advantage of it. And I'll tell you something else too. Let your team use it for personal use. Let them use the number. That's one way to keep them happy. Just say, hey, if you guys are buying stuff, now get them to sign their own account up but let them have account underneath ODP or your number and let them use it and pay for it themselves, obviously. But let them get that discount as well. And I have some credit unions that are teacher credit unions, and they've actually done things with that as well to kind of do for their members so that teachers get a discount as well.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that. That friends and family discount is huge, and it is something that you can offer as an added benefit to anyone. So it looks like
No other questions? If I could see you guys, I would call you out on name because I could tell by facial expressions, but I can't.
we may have to make that adjustment for our next webinar. Um, but no, Donna, I appreciate you going
Well,
over a
actually,
bunch.
we do have one. Taylor Murray wants to know, can you share some specific examples of credit unions I've worked with to find solutions that save time or money? Um, I don't know. Yeah, I can, but I was trying to see real quick who from my team was on here. Um, because I didn't think they were small. Okay, so they thought they were too small to handle it. They're eligible for it. Karen, I'm going to call on you in a minute. So think of one. I can tell you in True Treasury, we have a credit union that is 125 million, I believe, and they decided to start the Treasury program. They didn't think it was for them because of their size. They are more successful than some of my $3 billion credit unions at it. And it has become just a key part of what they offer to the small businesses that are opening in their community and growth. It's helped them out tremendously, because we want to be the credit union that they come to as businesses. So you can kind of grow deposits that way and their loans. So that's been one that I've seen it help a lot. I have another one, and they know I can name them. So Alabama Central and Birmingham, they had lost their marketing person and they needed somebody. So I was like, hey, we can help with that. Let's just try to outsource it. So we did 1 year test to outsource it. It was more than half the cost, like less than what they would gonna pay somebody. And then things happened. They had a ransomware attack right afterwards. Well, as many of you guys know, that is not something you want to have to deal with. And the last thing you're thinking about is the marketing part side of it for your members. Growth by Design knew what to do, what needed to be out there. They stepped in, they handled that part so that the credit union could focus on getting some kind of solution in place for members, what they needed to do, and also afterwards, they took care of handling all those situations afterwards that came up. So that was something they didn't have to worry about at all. They've been very happy with it. In fact, they extended their contract. And then Kelly Walker at Lanier wants to give a shout out to our audit group for Marcus and his team are wonderful. They are wonderful, Kelly. They are great. I love them to death. Karen, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. So Karen Frazee is our Senior Vice President of Business Development, and she works with several credit unions. And I know you have some small ones in the Tallahassee area that have worked with these solutions. Can you give us some examples of how this has helped them out?
For saving time and money specifically?
Or just in general?
Yeah, I'd love to. I love my credit unions that I work with. I'm in Tallahassee, and then I also work with quite a few in the Panhandle area, Pensacola and Panama City, and then outlying areas in rural counties outside of Tallahassee. So basically, some of the solutions and partners that we've worked with my credit unions that have really helped with time and money. One off the top of my head that we've had a tremendous amount of success with is Eltropy. They have helped out a handful of my credit unions in 2025 with their collections, with through their texting platform, and then just with the efficiency platform that they offer as well. They have like a digital assistant and a chat bot and all of that. And I know a lot of credit unions are looking into AI, and they work with quite a few of our small credit unions as well.
And
And
I
then
think Kelsey's going to do a webinar on them coming up later. That we didn't mention them today because we were focusing just on the ones that Leverage owns. But I think she's going to have something dedicated to that topic in the future, which would be good to have and exciting.
yeah, yes, and we are actually Donette. We had just talked about that earlier or last week about how AI is helping credit unions through some of our partners. So that's another webinar that we are going to be hosting, and Donette's going to be our speaker, of course, at the end of March. So more to come on that. But just overall, some of the other important topics too to consider: compliance. Everybody's looking at needs help with compliance. That's a big one that we have whole compliance team here at the league. It's one of the companies that we own. And I know Loyalty Credit Union is one example in in the Panhandle has really helped. They did not have experienced compliance folks, and so they outsourced it through us, and they could not be happier. Reviewing their policies, updating whatever it needs, whatever they need in terms of compliance, they can help you out. You can do one-off projects. So, and Calhoun Liberty is another credit union who has been with us in our compliance department for years now. I think they go out to Thomas's Credit Union like once every quarter and help them with that. And then just a couple other things that are really quite basic, but to save some money is OSG. That's print statements. And they have saved credit unions probably about 30 to 40% in this area, whether it's electronic statements or printing, anything that has to do with that. Just keep that in mind. So those are just off the top of my head. We now have, oh my gosh, 40, I think it's 40 partners that we work with here through Leverage. And we do all the due diligence. Our product management and product development team obviously conduct all of that and really make sure that we have the right partner to fit our credit union needs. So to me, that's the coolest thing. We're really proud of the fact that we put a lot of time and energy before we launch a new relationship with a partner. So that's really important for you all to know too. I always mention that to all of my credit unions, especially the ones that are new and aren't familiar with Leverage and what we do to help out credit unions. So we're excited about 2026 and being the most innovative league/leverage in the country. Frankly, we've heard it from many other credit unions about our space and what we offer. So we're excited to work with you guys and many more things to come for sure.
Karen, thank you so much. I do want to see, can you make Kelly Walker where he can talk by chance? Kelly, I'm hoping you can just kind of talk to us about the audit. You mentioned how his team is so great. Can you let me know a little bit about what you like about our audit group and how they helped you guys out?
Well, for one thing, can you hear me?
Yes.
The
Kelly
cash
Walker's with
audits-
Lanier. I'm sorry, he's with the Lanier Credit Union in Georgia, for those who don't know him.
Yes. For the surprise cash audits, they are truly a surprise. I don't even know about it until they show up. They're very respectful, and our MSRs love them. They leave the drawers exactly like they were when they find them. And then as far as the other audits, Marcus and his team, they give us exactly what we need in time to prepare for it. And it's not, we have our audits done as of 6:30 every year, and we've wound up finishing it by 9:30. So it's not something that drags on. And then they're very easy to talk to, very friendly.
Now, Kelly, when it comes to your information you for your board, I guess they have all that put together for you for your board packets and audit stuff.
Yes, they send us over the finalized reports, and we submit that and present it to our board and supervisory committee, which
Awesome.
they send it to them, like they're supposed to do, and then send us a copy of it. But it's very professionally done.
Kelly, thank you so much. I know I put you on the spot there, but you mentioned that you enjoy working with them, so I thought we would just ask you what you like about them. So thank you.
No problem. We just signed another 3 years with them.
Great. That's awesome.
So-
Great. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome.
Does anyone have any questions or pain points that they're hearing that they want to discuss, or even when you had your growth plan coming out or strategic plan, hey, we want to focus on this year, or this is in our goals, something like that we can talk about and see if there's a way Leverage can help? Because even if we can't help, we may have a partner that we know of that somebody else uses that we can suggest to you. I just had someone ask for something when it came to HELOCs that I couldn't help with, but I knew of a CUSO that did it thanks to another credit union that I could refer to them.
Right, and to that point, until somebody asks another question, to that point, as Karen mentioned, right, we have so many other vendors that we've vetted and work with. Starting off 2026, we really wanted to highlight the Leverage companies, what we have part ownership in, right? But with that being said, we have so many other options, as well as I think that speaks a lot to our mission of we're not just here to grab some revenue off of credit unions, right? If we know that there's an answer, even if it doesn't benefit us, we're going to connect you to that. That's what our That's what our business development consultants, that's what I want to do. So thanks for highlighting that, Donna. I don't think we have any other questions just yet.
We'll give you back some time in your morning. I think that's going to be what happens here.
So, with that being,
Actually, I do have one. I'm so sorry.
oh, I see.
I get asked this a lot, actually, Taylor, about strategic planning. Do we offer it? We do. We have a group that does it, and planning sessions, and so it, and we also can refer people as well out to Taylor and his team. I'll just be honest with you, we'll refer sometimes to them, to kind of help with those things as well. So he has his email in the chat. If you do need help with strategic plan for QSOs or facilitating, he can help with that as well. We kind of focus on the planning sessions and we can help with that area. So that's one area that we don't really sell it as much, but we have it. Like we don't go out and say, hey, let us do this for you. It's one of those things that when it comes up, we're here to help you. If there are any of the solutions that we talked about that you want to know more about, each of you should have your business development consultant, which is myself, Karen Frazee, and Steve Polera. You can reach out to the three of us and we will be more than happy to help you guys. Steve and Karen have Florida, I've got Alabama and Georgia, and we will get you in connection with what you need to do. Oh, I'm sorry, and David Deacon and Tony Goodwin in Virginia. I'm still getting used to welcoming our Virginia group to our 4-state now footprint. So I almost forgot them, but we can't. They're a key part of the league and what makes us so successful in what we do.
So with that being said, Donette, before we wrap up, can you just walk us through what it looks like connecting someone to one of our partners, what that process looks like, maybe a time frame?
Yeah, it really depends on the partnership and what you're looking for in your time frame, in your timeline. If I go to a credit union and we are talking about some issues they have or some growth goals, a lot of times if I'm walking away with 4 or 5 things, I'll say to them, hey, let's look at some priorities here. What is first for you? And we'll put an order that way. That's how I do it anyway. And then I will kind of go through and I like to connect them to the partner, and the partner will get on the phone with you or show you a demo of what they do. And then if it fits you and fits your need, then we can go through the next steps. So it's really on your timeline. Step one is first finding out, do they fit your credit union and your needs in your team? And then we can go from there.
Okay, so yeah, and then just kind of wrapping up here, if you guys would not mind just giving us some feedback about what your biggest priority is right now. Give you a couple minutes just to type into the chat. Would love your participation. Just wanting to see what we need to focus on the most for 2026.
Yes, Kelly is one of our new team members at Leverage as we look at ways to grow and better support you guys. And Kelsey has one thing that she'll be focusing on is doing some webinars like this to answer. I think the chat gets disabled, Kelsey. So they can't, but she'll be doing webinars like this to answer pain points that you guys have and look at solutions and connecting you guys as well.
I will send out a quick survey and a recap with a recording of the meeting. And again, just want to just reiterate that practical guidance and connecting credit unions to proven solutions is what we're here for. We take our partners and our vendors and our sub companies very seriously, and they're vetted to benefit you guys. So that's how we exist, and that's why we exist. And that's what we wake up and look to do every day. So not every solution is going to be a good fit for every credit union of every size. But if we don't have the conversations and we don't provide the education, then we won't know. So yeah, we exist for you guys. And I just want to reiterate, the next step isn't a purchase or a product, it's a conversation. So we just appreciate the opportunity to be in front of you guys, and appreciate your grace with the chat issues. And I appreciate everybody's time today. Donette, thank you for being here. Karen, Kelly, appreciate all of you guys.
Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see some of you guys at the town hall in Birmingham tomorrow, and Atlanta towards the end of the month. Thank you guys.
Thank you.